I've been coming up here a few years and I've never ever seen it this big. It's normally about 4 long rows, and today the field is full. I can't believe it. Oh, we have made the row slightly shorter, but that is monstrous. God, should have bought more money.
Not with this lot, my darling.
You're selling it all together?
All the whole lot. You've got loads of speakers in there, loads of things. I want £8 for the whole lot.
Wow.
I know it's an old one, but there's a lot there. You know what I mean? That you can. It works. It's just it goes out of fashion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go on to something else.
Will you take £6? And I'll take it.
Go on then.
Is that with games?
Yep, everything.
Sure.
You haven't got a little bag, right? Do you want another bag for that? I don't think I'll get the actual. Oh, you know what? Do you want the box? Do you want to take it in the box? Have you got a ladies' bag?
Yeah, please.
I'll show you some ladies' bags. I've got some of these. I might have some more in there. Will that fit in there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
I want you to pick them up.
Oh, you come prepared.
I'm prepared, yeah. There you go, this is money.
Thank you.
You haven't got any other games, have you?
I don't think I have.
Is it
Got videos.
Sega and...
No, darling.
Is it...
They might have. What you want?
Alright, no worries. There you go, alright. I'm going to run back to the car. I've only just got here. I can't believe how big it is today, it's massive. Christ.
Well, because of the weather as well.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's come from Pedham and that's huge as well. It's good. Thank you. Cheers. Well, £6 for a huge sound system, an Xbox, 2 controllers, loads of other shit, some crap games and one decent game. Hey YouTube, back with another pickups video. I was a bit slower getting around to doing this than I would have normally done, but I've been a bit under the weather, so where should I start? So all this stuff is from last weekend. Didn't go to any this weekend just gone. I went off to France to watch a band play, which was pretty good. So yeah, all the stuff I'm going to show you is from Saturday and Sunday from 2 weeks ago. Okay, so actually what I'm going to start off with is an eBay. Let me turn this down a little bit. I've heard lately a lot of people slagging off, having really bad experiences with eBayers and stuff. And I think it's a mixed bag. If you specify to them regarding postage, how to pack things, just when you buy the thing, before you pay, send them a message and say, can you please post it like this? This is how I want it posted, and then you're not you're not banking on them having any common sense, because I know maybe they don't. But if you sort of specify how you want it sent, then great. But if it's just a game in a case, then it's fine. Yeah, lots of people having bad experiences. But recently I can't really find it now. I was at the boot sale and I bought WINDWAKER, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I was just glad to get it, but it only had the one disc, so it was missing the bonus disc, which this was the one that should have come with a bonus disc. And so I thought, what are the chances of you know, I'm going to find a whole game. I'm not going to find just a disc on its own. So I went onto YouTube. Oh god! I went onto eBay, and I managed to find one. So there was a couple. One guy was asking like 18 quid plus postage for the bonus disc, and I emailed him and said, you know, will you take like £12 delivered? Because, you know, I can buy virtually a whole new game for that. And he weren't having none of it. But then I looked again, and there was another guy, and he was selling. He had one for £13.99 delivered. So I thought, you know, fuck it, I'm going to pay it. I'm never going to find the actual bonus disc on its own. So, you know, if I pay 14 would have ended up costing me £15 for a complete game. So, you know, that's not bad at all. So anyway, I spoke to the guy before I paid. He was cool. He emailed me back immediately, it seemed like, and so I was totally confident with this, and so I paid the money, and great. The next day, this arrived. And it wasn't in just one, it was in 2 jiffy bags. And it was the bonus disc. The next day I paid, and it arrived the next day, and he paid for special delivery as well. You know, that's how people should deal on eBay. You know, it was amazing. Really, really good. I gave him the best feedback you could get. It's just a shame that everyone isn't like that. But, so, you know, that's going to go in there. I don't know if reunited. Is that correct? Fantastic. So, complete set, which is great. Just got Luigi's Mansion on there at the moment. Okay. So that was my eBay purchase. I don't tend to buy things on eBay, but you know, that was one game which I didn't mind spending, so it was like 15 quid complete. But fucking sod's law, how things go. I think during the week, I'm trying to remember, I had a day off, so I started going around. I went to cash converters and stuff like that, and this one is one near me called Cash and Check Express. So I went in there, and they were busy rearranging their Wii's and Xbox 360s, and I think they had a Wii U, and they were, you know, there was no one in the shop, and there was just the manager and one of the grunts, and they were discussing how to rearrange and make it look, you know, the best that it could. And so I was having a look, and I just said, "Oh, have you got, you know, you don't seem to have any PS2 games?" No, we're not going to be doing those anymore. So we're definitely going to have PS1. And I noticed they had a couple of GameCube games, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh, great. So anyway, I'll show you the receipt. Cash and Check. And it came to, oh, you can be able to see this on here. It was, what was it? It was £8.98 for these 2 games. And the first one I got was Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2. And that was, oh, for fuck's sake. There you go, £2.99. Nice. And then this, how typical. Fucking, but it's the single disc one, so, you know, I would have just, it would have been so ironic if it was the 2 disc one, but, so it was just, and this was £5.99. £5.99. Fucking hell! So I said to the girl who was serving, I said, "Have you got any more GameCube games?" "Oh no, we don't take them anymore. No one buys them." okay, what, are you just going to be selling an Xbox 360 and stuff like that? Yeah. I felt like saying to her, you know, you should check out how much, you know, this game would be going for elsewhere, because, you know, $5.99. Okay, it hasn't got the manual, but still, fantastic. Fuck you, Cash and Check Express. So, yeah, well chuffed with that. Right. I don't know if you've seen this bloody huge thing here. I went to, this was we're going to sort of go forward, it was on the Sunday afternoon boot sale that I go to. And I did actually get some footage of this, and but I edit in and shit. I'll maybe later on in the year. But anyway, so it's this huge game system, surround sound, and I just saw an Xbox, and there was a couple of games, and most of the games were shit. But there was this one here, was King of Fighters 02 Be the Fighter. It's like it's never been played. It's excellent condition. Anyway, so there was that. There was about 4 shit games which I was tempted to leave. But the cases always come in handy, I suppose, because I think they were like football games and stuff. But this is awesome. This thing, 6-speaker surround sound system, and I would have it working now, but I didn't realise it doesn't have the power lead, so I'm going to have to get a power lead for it. But it's so grimy though. Yeah. It's got a couple of years worth of dust and shit, but it's really cool. So dirty. But this is, I'm going to get this set up at some point when I get a chance, and this is going to be awesome. Yeah, this thing is so heavy. So heavy. It even comes with, I suppose it's a little bit old, it's got a lead on it, but it's got a remote which you can plug in, and power, and then volume. Yeah. And you can put headphones in there as well, apparently. You can adjust the bass, treble, and then make it surround sound. But it's made by Altec Lansing. I tried to do some research on it and I couldn't find any anywhere, so I don't know. But anyway, so I got this huge sound system, 1 good game and about 3 or 4 shit games, and an Xbox for £6. Insane. Yeah, so yeah, I'll shift on the Xbox, get my £6 back, and then this would have been free. So when I get my, you know, I'm in the process of trying to sort my flat out, decorating and stuff. So I've got a lot of stuff in boxes and shit everywhere. So yeah, this is the only place in my front room where I can actually do these vids. So, but anyway, yeah, excellent buy. I literally walked straight onto the field, and it was massive. It was the biggest this boot sale had ever been. It's never normally massive, this boot sale, and I've been going there about 15 years, and it has never been as big as it was 2 weeks ago. There was not last Sunday, Sunday before. Massive. So that was good. Okay, I'm just going to sort of plough through some things because I can't really remember any stories to go over or anything, but I've got some more PSP games. I haven't got PSP yet, I keep missing out on them at the boot sales, but when I see good games that I'll be interested in playing, I'll pick them up if they're a good price. So, got Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. I've never played this, so it's got the map in there. Mint, that was £1. Tekken Dark Resurrection. Mint. They were £2. Some of these, but I've got this one, and I've got God of War 2 for £3. So that's a good one. There's some good games to go in the collection, PSP collection. I've got Wipeout Pulse, and Medal of Honor Heroes 2, and Metal Gear Acid. Fantastic. It's got the extra booklet in there and everything. So I think I paid £3 for those two and £1 for that, something like that. But they weren't over £1.50 each, so it was a nice little stack to add to my PSP collection. What next? Next, some GameCube stuff. Nothing fantastic, but ones I don't have, so good to add to my collection. Catwoman. That's got the manual in it. X-Men Legends Rise of the Apocalypse 2. That hasn't got a manual. Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo. It's complete. This one I only got after learning my lesson with the Zelda thing with the little flappy bit in there. I only got this because it's got the double case, so you never know. I'm going to keep hold of that one. You know, I don't really like golf games, but I'll keep it for that double case. It was good. Turok Evolution and Star Wars Bounty Hunter. So that was pretty good. I didn't have any of those, and there was a lad, he had a box of stuff, and I don't know if I missed out on any, but you know, I ended up getting those for £1 each, which I was well chuffed with. Oh dear, I'm feeling it a bit. Oops. Okay. Next up, there was a lady selling some PS2 games, and a couple of these I haven't actually heard of, but they look really good. And one of them I've seen Retro Game Hunter 100 and Tutti UK pick one of these games up, and you know, it's one I've never played, and I love Resident Evil, and so you know, you'll see it when I get to it anyway. So I've got this Genji, Kessen 2. This is the one. Silent Hill 2. I've never played Silent Hill, any of the Silent Hill games. And so I love Resident Evil, so you know, this is a must play. So it's going straight on the top of my to play pile. Fantastic. A special edition 2-disc set. Actually, I haven't seen that there's any other version, to be honest. And Drakengard. Yeah, I'm not sure if it would be my cup of tea. I'll give it a quick glass when I get a chance. But anyway, I asked the lady how much she wanted, and she said all the different prices. I was like, oh, fantastic. So I just picked those, and I said, oh, you know, it was mainly for this Silent Hill that I really wanted, and she said £3.50, so I got all those for £3.50. So that was pretty good. Another random game that I picked up, never seen. Leisure Suit Larry Uncut Magna Cum Load. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it looks hilarious. Never seen this before. 18 cert. With gorgeous students everywhere, college dweeb Larry Lovage is chasing around more than his diploma. He's trying to live up to the legend of his uncle Larry Laffer, everyone's favourite polyester playboy. It's the next generation of Leisure Suit Larry, with new twists and outrageous games and romantic entanglements which made the original such a hilarious hit. Explore a real-time 3D world filled with sexy, outrageous humour. Meet loads of hot babes in 25 interactive locations. Yeah, it's £1. It could be a laugh for 5 minutes, I don't know. Yeah. You want that? Oh, this was a jumble sale. a local jumble sale. I'm just going to quickly blast through this. And I saw I had a GameCube, and nothing else game related there at all. And one regular GameCube, and then one of these with a clear bottom, which is great because I have one of those, which was nice. So there was those two of them, and also a Pro Logic light gun with pedal. So yeah, it's quite funny on there. It says, "Caution: laser radiation. Avoid exposure to beam." Really? Okay. Anyway, so that gun and those two controllers, £1.50. Fantastic. Okay. What next? Just randomness. Oh dear, my phone's running out of power. Fantastic. Try and blast through. Right, we got Rayman Raven Rabbits. That was £2 that one. And then only heard of this game because I know it was quite a big deal on the N64. It's Banjo Kazooie on Xbox 360. So I've never played any of these games. So you know, I'm hoping this will be a good one. And that was only £1. That one. I've never played Ratchet and Clank. This is Ratchet and Clank 3, and oh, 3. Ratchet and Clank 3, and I opened it. It looked great, and then I paid £1 for it. I looked at the disc when I got back, and it's shagged. That's out. I don't know if it's worth getting resurfaced. Burnout Dominator, which I don't have on the PS2. Xbox. Galleon. I don't know if this was like a Prince of Persia sort of cross Pirates of the Caribbean sort of thing, I don't know. But it was a cheapie, so I always give it a blast. We've got a double disc of Final Fantasy X, and then got Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City on PS3, and I've finished Grand Theft Auto. Bloody cats! I finished Grand Theft Auto 4, and so I saw this. I paid £3 for it, because I hadn't played it before. So it looks all good. And then I was in the back of a van, looking in the back of a van, and there was a massive pile of Wii games and a Wii boxed. It looked, the actual console looked mint. I got a bit of the shakes, as I said, I'm not feeling great. And so I said to the guy, "Oh, how much is the Wii?" He said, "Oh, £30 for the console," and he had about 20 games. I was like, "Oh, how much with all the games?" And he said like £100. He said £100. I was like, "Oh no!" So I had a quick look through the games, and I managed to just pick one game, Super Smash Brothers Brawl. No manual though. This is in good nick, and I paid £3 for that. So you know, all the rest of the games weren't that great. So I got the best thing out of that deal. There's a couple more randoms. Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. I'm having a bit of a Resident Evil revival recently. I'm almost completed Resident Evil 1 on the DS. You know, when I was a kid, on the PS1, I bought Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 on release, and so it's been quite good fun going back through them. So, and also just picking up the ones that I've never had this one, so this will be a good one to give a good. We'll try and complete, have a playthrough. So that was good. That was £1. Rayman Raven Rabbits 2. That was £1. That guy had £1.50 on it, but it was. Has it got the manual? Yeah, the manual's in there. Yeah, they had a £1.50 on that, but I got it for £1. Bargain. And then mainly Mega Drive of the day was Eternal Champions. It's complete. The manual's a bit shitty, but it's one for the collection. Okay, then this was the early morning. This was my first major pickup on the Sunday morning, and I saw a guy pull out a big Tupperware box, big clear box, and I could see PS1 games in there, and there was quite a lot, and some bloke was sniffing around, and so I just said to him, "Oh, you know, how much are the games?" And he said, "Oh, £2 each." I was like, ugh. And there was a lot in there though. And he said, "Oh, you could give me," you know, I think he was going to say like £30 for a lot. I was like, really? But so I had a rifle through, and you know, a lot of the games I weren't interested in at all, you know, because I either had them, you know, and I didn't, you know, have any other reason to go and buy a load. You know, I just took what I wanted, and so I got Heart of Darkness, which is black label there, but it's got silver discs, which is a shame. It's missing the 3D glasses, but you know, this is another one. I bought this when it came out originally, and I liked it, and it was really different to anything else. And, you know, the light gun, the electricity gun, it's fantastic. But I put this on earlier on, and I'm on the second disc already. It's great, really good game. So there's that. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which I bought when I was a kid as well. What was there? Descent 2. Yeah. Don't know that. Street Fighter Alpha 3. Abe's Odyssey, Oddworld. Psychic Force. Oops. It's not that, 629. It hasn't got the PlayStation banner on the bottom. Tomb Raider Chronicles. Street Racer, the one without the banner on there. 296. Mickey's Wild Adventure. Resident Evil 2. Which I had originally, which I've now replaced. Resident Evil Survivor, which I had originally. I think. No, I didn't have that originally. Grand Theft Auto, London. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Pood. P-O'd. I don't know. That's 168. No banner. Bomberman. Batman Forever, the arcade game. 525. That is no banner. And I was really pleased to get this one as well. Didn't have it. Fade to Black. The case is fucked. But, number 209. That is. So you know, there's a good bunch of games there. And then I was looking through it, and I see something else here, which is an original Game Boy. It's missing this thing, which I think I'll be able to get a replacement on Fleabay. But you know, it's great. It's got Tetris. Oh wow. I've never seen one in yellow. I've never seen one in yellow. I said to the guy, you know, have you painted this? Do you smoke a lot? And no, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, you take the battery compartment out. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. Anyway, so I said to the guy, how much is this? And he wanted a tenner for it. I'm like, what? Are you having a laugh? And I said, yeah, it's missing the screen thing. So anyway, we did a deal, and I think there's 17 or 18 games there, and the Game Boy, £20. So fantastic, really happy. You know, and there's a lot of these which, you know, I'm going to be playing all the Resident Evil ones, and I've never played Oddworld either, so I'm going to give that a crack. And I didn't have an original Game Boy in my collection, so that's a good one to have. And it did work when I first turned it on, and there's no dodging, you know, dead pixels or anything, so that's great. Okay, and then super quickly, just lastly, there were some Xbox 360 games. So and these, most of these were just £1, so you know I'm going to pick them up if they're £1. Need for Speed Pro Street, Enchanted Arms, which looks really good. It's a promo one, so you don't get a manual with it. Devil May Cry 4. I haven't played Devil May Cry 1, 2 or 3 either. This brilliant LA Noir. It's 3 discs, but I don't know whether no manual, whether I'm going to pay the money out and get them resurfaced, because I bought it in a bit of a hurry and the discs are pretty. You might play alright, but the discs are a bit manky. But so for £1, you know, it was one that I remember the adverts being on TV and thinking, oh wow, that looks really good. So I'm going to try and play it without getting the discs resurfaced. But if I have to, I'll, you know, it's only £1 down at CEX to get them resurfaced, so I'll do that. Forza Motorsport 3, Stuntman. I was gonna get this on PS3, so I'm glad I didn't. I was going to pay the money because I had this originally, Stuntman, on PS2. Great game, great game. Call of Juarez and Resident Evil 5, which actually I've got the special edition one of that, so which was a good. I've got the special edition version of this, so I'll probably shift this one on. And then lastly, Ninja Gaiden 2, which was £2. Hasn't got the manual. Please get that one. So that's about it really. Looking forward to the car boots this weekend. My favourite local car boot is finally this weekend will be the first of the season. The farmers reopened, so it was advertised, and they charge for the first 2 weekends when it opens. They only charge £5 each for people who want to go and sell there. So I'm hoping, you know, the weather's going to be good. There'll be loads of people there, so you know, fingers crossed, because it's one of the smaller ones. You know, hopefully there won't be so many people there looking for stuff. So hopefully it'll be a successful pick hunt, and you know, I have loads of stuff to show for the next video. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and if you like the stuff I pick up, please like. Yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys have successful picking the car boots at the weekend, and I'll be back with another video early next week. Okay, cheers guys.